Okay, next up we have a wonderful run. This collection of Action Comics, which was DC's flagship title, the one that introduced Superman back in the 30s. And it's a great collection of Action Comics. It's actually 11 issues. You got that Neil Adams cover there. All of them in very fine minus to very fine plus condition. First story features Superman in a little bondage action as his powers are taken away by a group of Native Americans. The great thing about this series is not only do you get Superman in each issue, you also get some lesser known DC characters like this feud between Superman and Supergirl. So it gives characters that didn't have their own comic series at this time a chance to shine. The second issue of the run, 403, that's a Carmine Infantino cover. A little indicative of the 60s, even though this is a 1970s book. And look at that ad on the back. And we get a little hint as to the stories in this issue with this montage in the front, built around the Superman logo. This has a Superboy backup story. So if you're a fan of Crypto, pretty much stole that last Superman movie. This gives you a chance to see him in action a little better. And there's also a vigilante story. Not the 1980s Judge Vigilante, but the original Vigilante from the golden age of DC Comics. .404, we're back to a Neil Adams cover again, and for some reason Superman always seems to be tied up at this time. And the back cover of that too. This also has a classic Adam and Aquaman story in the back. A little bit of Superman secretly using his powers as he's Clark Kent. And Superman doing what he does best, rending steel like it's tissue paper. And let's see if we can, oh, there we go. There's your Atom story. Like I said, you get lots of lesser DC stars. And there's your Aquaman story. Next up is 405. It's another Adam and Aquaman story in this one. There's your Aurora horror model kits advertised on the back. This one's kind of neat because it centers around somebody killing the president, and they dare you to guess who the culprit is. So a bit of a mystery and politics mixed into the Superman story. A lot of different stories in these. They're all, except for that first one, giant size issues, 48 to 52 pages each, so gives them a lot of opportunity to feature different characters. Vigilantes in this one, Aquaman. Just tons of reading, tons of good art, lots of different artists to appreciate. Superman doing his little ghost action here on this next one. A different set of model kits in the back. Let's look at that. This one has I can find it. There's an Atom and Flash backup story. There's a DC Comics staff received an award in this one. Well, I can't find it here. It's actually a Neil Adams portraits of not only himself, but Denny O'Neil, Dick Giordano, Bob Oscar, and some others, where they congratulate themselves on winning that award. So that's kind of neat if you want to see what Neil Adams' version of his co-artists and co-writers looks like. This one, you knew it couldn't go long before we get a Lex Luthor appearance. We get another Atom and Flash team up in the back. That's kind of a unique. Atom co-starred with Aquaman quite a few times, but here they've got him teaming up with Flash, which is a bit odd, other than they're both scientists. There's Lex Luthor. .408 features Superman, who's tasked with rescuing some astronauts and is unable to do so for reasons that will become clear in the story. This one also reprints Atom number 9. Here's a look at Superman in space. And a look at the Atom story, among others. Next one sees a subscription crease, which was common for comic books they used to mail to people. The mailman had to fold it in half to get it to the mail slot. And this one features Superman, according to a detective anyway, trying to kill Clark Kent. I don't know if that detective has his facts straight. I may need to check on his credentials. There's that crease a little bit. Not a big deal, but kind of a little blast from the past. They used to mail comic books. There's your low-key start to the story. More of a detective story, as I said. And back up in this one. Is Speedy joining the Teen Titans. So that's kind of cool. There's also an origin to the door of the Fortress of Solitude, so if you want to know more about where that comes from. This one features Superman protecting his little satanic son. From all his devious acts. We get our ubiquitous sell seeds door-to-door ad in the back. And look at some of the antics of Superman's son in this one. And we get Teen Titans helping out an Olympic athlete in this one. There's a little Aqua ad for you. And speaking of the Fortress of Solitude, plays a pivotal role in this story. There's a character named Titus J. Pearson who secures the rights to look for oil in the Arctic. And what does he find but the Fortress of Solitude? You can see that subscription crease in this one as well. So look at the Superman is concerned that they're drilling for oil a little too close to his only source of solitude on this planet. Our backup story in this one, in addition to another Superman tale, is Eclipso, who's both good and bad. Taking a whole page from Two-Face. And finally, final issue in the set, number 412. It's a Superman time travel story. And he also stops some satellites from falling out of the sky. The back cover shows that subscription crease yet again. So it kind of proves that these all came from the same collection at one period of time, I would guess. There's a look at that. It's a nice splash page for the Eclipso story. Lots of science in this particular issue. So if you enjoy history, enjoy comics, it's an iconic collection, all in beautiful collectible condition from the 1970s. Makes a great gift. Check that out on Craigslist. Let me know what you think about Action Comics in the comments. Thanks.